I see for you newcomers, was I right? You're pulled in now. Now you know why we're all here and how it all happened. You know, one of the things we talked about is that it's not just connecting to the outdoors and protecting our public lands and our private lands, but it's that feeling that we get when we're out there, and we feel it in our hearts and our spirit, and it's our ancestors, and it's the histories and the stories of our families. And the next woman that I'd like to bring up, that I'd like for you to meet, is really the embodiment of that, of having family history passed on from generation to generation, and knowing that that is what it's all about, and protecting that, and making sure that the next generation understands it and respects it and honors it. So, I would like to introduce to you a woman that I met just a little ago, and she has an amazing amount of power and energy as well. Very exciting. I can't wait to talk with her more and learn more about what all she's up to. Please welcome Queen Quet, Chieftess of the Gullah Geechee Nation.
This just so long, crying, Lord, give we more time for Christ. I've been in this just so long. Oh, this your honey time. Oh, this your honey time. Crying, Lord, give we more time for pride. I've been in this your storm so long. How want the children to do this evening? Great.
Great.
Glad for dear in this your highland and things like that. But down where we the dear. Well, how do they called the Gullah Geechee Nation. Some yet on cracky teeth called up low country and things like that. Then that time like this, he would have just come in and eat it. Then Gwine on gassing it. Then get things from Nampa. It ain't look like it in 100 it had fun and played and things like that. It look really different and things like that. But the children can still go on show and do this show. But the water and thing still got the thing for noise. Not only 100 and Nampa noise, but it's so in noise. All the rest of the children, when they come in, sometimes they non-stand tall. Why we just sit and things like that. So don't throw it down yonder. Don't do this like this. Don't carry the thing just out your hand and so. But we don't stand. Because see, God proved we there in this soil. For growth. For us stand. For keep the land. For keep the culture. So that when other rest of the children come in, they can't stand and balance all the thing like that. But plenty of time when they're coming in and they're yelling me to crack me teeth like this. They say, huh? Then I say, we better not look for the people. We say, well, who don't want to think we don't? But see, they don't stand, so we done still did it. And we done been there. And the Gwine. Because plenty of time when the children are coming in now, you hear people talking like this, so you think we're gone. And so many times when people come into the Gullah Geechee Nation, from Jacksonville, North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida, on all of the sea islands and 30 to 35 miles inland onto the mainland. They do all kinds of things that when we say to them, don't do that, don't build that there, don't throw that there, don't put that there. That's why I've been a try for telling the children what y'all understand. Then say they don't get why we saying what we're saying. But we know it was divinely ordered for us to be the keepers of our culture on that land. So that when people come to to the land, they understand, or as we like to say, overstand, the balance that is necessary for all things, all living creatures. We're just some of them to survive together in balance. So when I was coming here and preparing, now the diva there knows how the diva here like that. Dress to another thing started falling from the shelf. And then I looked at the Coulda. And I said, oh, I ain't been seeing her in a long time. And I said, oh, you won't go to the conference. And I thought of that. For us, what you call a turtle is a Coulda. But we hear in English people say, I coulda. And it means something totally different. But as I thought of it, there could have been a speak. And it could have said, yeah, because plenty of the children ain't coming to this show. Because they say, I could have gone outdoors. But they ain't going. Then they said, well, I could have gone yonder and helped protect that land yonder. But they didn't do that neither. Then they said, I could have gone and get it from the people who know their land. But they didn't do that neither. So now, when you want to go outdoors and you finally leave your shell and you step out, what story do you have left to tell? Because maybe all of what you could have seen is not there anymore. Maybe those who could have taught you are not there anymore. And so now you have nothing left but a shell of what once existed. More often not, now locked into an interpretive center, giving a false sense of security that this is the true story. But it's not moving. It is a shell of what once was, what once had life, what once had voice, what once had culture and color is now a shell. But to get to the interpretive center, the roads are cleared. So down goes some of our family that we call trees. And over them come rocks and tar and asphalt. And each and every time something falls on the next, the more the pavement covers us, we become stripped of who we once were, and we begin to bleed. And the more that we begin to bleed, the more that it becomes difficult to see the color, because it starts to fade. And now the pulse that was once there in that land, you can't feel because it's beneath a shell. They did it. The God not come like that. But we try for one of God's seat. And can never win. Because there are things we don't like to hear called earthquakes. But when it shakes, it breaks what we put there. And you come back again to the earth. And then you pray that the pulse is still there beating and that it hasn't all bled out. And if you are blessed, you have the opportunity to now return into yourself and regain your spirit, your energy, your center, and then you can move out of your shell back into a new state of existence.